Okay, I guess I'll just continue doing whatever I was doing. So I haven't completed that, I haven't completed that, I haven't completed that, blah 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 blah. Anyway, left to right, as always. Yep, start. Okay, so last time I betrayed, this time I should ally. Strangely enough, I betrayed first. It's probably some big thing which I unlocked by doing that.
7, 3, 2,
Yeah. Okay, ally.
Round 2.
Also, am I completely alone here? Usually I talk to someone. You should betray. Betray is a much better option. Betray is definitely something you should pick. And I'm like, come on. The door ground opened and I stepped out. All around me, other AB rooms are disgorging their occupants.
Wait!
I don't like that sentence.
Dio!
His voice echoed hollowly across the room. I followed her eyes to number 9 door. And to Dio. Dio, so he's going for it. I broke into a run, hoping foolishly that I might be able to catch him.
No! He's going to try and open it!
So it has come to this, then.
What's going on? He hasn't even seen the results yet.
It took only seconds for Tenmyoji and Kay to explain the map to her.
No!
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your break.
The announcer's voice hadn't even faded when Dio reached the door. With a grunt, he swung the lever down. Well, this looks like it's gonna be a short ending. Whatever.
Yes! It's opening!
Wait!
There's no point in trying to stop him now. The door has already opened.
But...
Well, you can still kill him. Yeah, I'm going with the best thing. Dio leapt through the door without as much as a backward glance. He paused in front of it, then turned to look at me.
What happened?
I chose ally. I made a promise. Chloe trusted me.
Sigma.
I see. Makes sense. I guess that's how this ends then. You had to make a choice that was right for you. And now, I have to make the choice that's right for me. Goodbye, Sigma.
She turned her eyes sad and followed Dio through the door. Ah, I see, that's that ending. Okay. She wanted me around to deal with Dio because she didn't think she could handle him alone. I see. So she wanted me to betray her. Okay.
The number 9. This thank you as the escape, please.
So does it just end?
Well, that's it. There's nothing we can do now.
We can only hold out hope that help will arrive.
Sigma, thank you for choosing ally.
Yeah. No, promise is a promise, right?
What about Luna, Alice, and the old woman? Who killed them?
Maybe one of the people who just escaped.
Or maybe one of us.
Well, there's one other person.
Oh yeah.
God. Quark! You're right! I still have to find Quark!
Suddenly full of energy, Tenmyoji leapt up and took off for one of the warehouse's exits. That left only myself, Chloe, and Kay. Stared at the number 9 door in silence. It would never open again. What else could we do but stare? Yeah, that was a short one. Okay. Alright, so that's done. Yeah, I'm not sure it actually says anything if you unlock it. It's like, did I get past any black ones? Because I think it goes green when you can go through it. So it must be that. I must be able to go through that, but not through that yet. Yeah, green, I can... yeah. No, crap, no, god damn it, no. I hate it. Yes. Stop doing... Give me a flowchart again. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna continue just finishing what I didn't finish yet. From left to right. Okay, so that was ally, now I'm gonna need to betray.
What are you gonna do?
Betray? I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. I'm going to choose betray.
You can't! You'll die!
Well, you never know. Just because Dio told us to ally doesn't necessarily mean he's going to pick
Do
betray.
you really think a jerk like that is going to choose ally if he doesn't have to? No.
Of course not.
No way! He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks betray, then he'll have 9 points!
Well, what about you?
Huh?
You got 6 BP too, right? If you choose as ally, and we choose betray, then you'd have 9 BP.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up. I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick betray. That's who he is.
And I'm trying to tell you what I've made up my mind. That's who I am. The only choice is ally. It's the only choice we have to get that medicine back.
That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excelavir, even if you do what he says?
Maybe he won't, but I can guarantee that he'll destroy it if I pick betray. That's who he is.
Fine. If you aren't gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
Huh? Before I realized what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran toward the water machine. No! Stop! I snatched her by the arm and hauled backwards with all my strength.
Ow!
Sorry. Guess that was a little too hard, huh?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't just throw a girl around like that.
No, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But you're gonna die! Dio's going to kill you! You can't do this! I don't want you to die.
Ten seconds.
Yeah, girl, I'm picking betray. Thanks. It's a lot to hear you say that, Clover. You know what? Skip. Betray. Edit. Clover and I walked slowly out of the AB room. Dio glanced over at us as he exited his own room. I looked away before he could make eye contact.
Sigma, why? After all that stuff you said. I mean, it's not like I'm criticizing you. I think you made the right decision.
Sorry.
You don't need to apologize. I think I would have chosen betray if I was in your position. We'll find another way, all right? We just have to keep an eye on Dio. As soon as he gives us an opening, we take it. And I'm sure Alice will help us too.
Did you tell her?
It's okay. We can trust Alice. There's no way she told him. Anyway, let's go check the results.
Yeah. So Alice gets 9. I mean K, whatever.
Results from please.
Wait, does that mean K just gonna leave? Okay, I'm trying to find the...
Hey!
Hold up. It's the yellow. Okay, yellow door. Ally. Red door. Ally. Lock number 3. Yeah, that's it. Betray. Quark, game over. Okay, so there's no lock.
What the hell is this?
Sorry, I decided to choose Betray.
Oh, so you don't care what happens to Quark?
What kind of a cold-hearted bastard are you?
Jeez.
Please, just give it back.
Hey, Sigma? What are you talking about?
I found the accelerator in the laboratory.
And Dio stole it.
What? You mean he has it? Right now?
Nah, I don't have it.
What?
Well, I won't have it in about 2 seconds.
Moment words left his mouth. I knew what he would plan to do. No, don't! I leapt toward him as I spoke, but it was already too late. Dio snatched a vial out of his pocket, brought it up, then threw it to the ground.
No!
You bastard.
What are you doing?
A promise is a promise. If you'd chose an ally, this never would have happened. You want to blame someone? Blame yourselves.
I've had enough. Something snapped in my brain. Bastard. I let out a guttural roar and leapt forward, only to be stopped short by a firm hand on my arm. Can she seriously stop you? She's probably like 1/4 of your weight.
Hold it.
Why are you stopping me?
Because this isn't the time for that.
Huh? What do you mean this isn't time
Look
for?
at the number 9 door.
Okay. Come on, you're me. Can you ally with me? Okay, wasn't it standing in front of a door? What is he?
No!
9. His BP is 9.
What?
Suddenly we were all running toward K and the number 9 door. K, what the hell do you think you're doing?
What am I doing? Well, that should be obvious. But if you insist, I am attempting to leave.
I would rather you didn't.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I assure you, I would do no such thing. I am perfectly serious.
Oh, that's mighty kind of you.
After a rational assessment of the facts, I have concluded that this is the wisest course of action. What is currently our highest priority? The answer is, of course, to save Quark. He must be taken to a hospital as soon as possible. For that to happen, one of us must escape and call for help. Currently, the only one of us capable of doing so is myself. That is why I intend to escape.
And leave us all behind.
Unavoidable, but as I said, I do intend to call for help.
Couldn't you have at least waited until the next round? Then you could have raised Quark's BP to 9 and taken him with you.
And what would happen if Dio was Quark's opponent in the next round? I have no illusions about what Dio would do.
Well, you could have killed him.
This is the most logical choice.
I mean, seriously, would anyone miss Dio? If he was killed, the whole game would be so much easier.
The number not it will read.
Wait! Where's Alice?
Ah, yes. Alice is in the AB room. She has collapsed, but you needn't be concerned. She is only sleeping.
Oh no! What did you do to Alice?
You will need to ask her yourself. I must take my leave.
Hey! God damn it! Wait!
Dio charged at K, but the larger man easily sidestepped him and tumbled nimbly through the door just before it closed. Why is nobody kicking Dio's ass? Seriously. Can I kill him now, please?
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the notary game. Thank you for your participation as the game is escaping.
There we go, another game over. Alright then. Moving on up. Okay, so that one I don't have access to yet. And that one doesn't say it has a log, but I don't know a password yet, so let's just ignore that for now. Okay, let's check a walkthrough. It's gonna be a sign, right? Sign door. Sign door. Ally. No, wait, betray or ally? Okay, that's what true ended. So don't touch that yet. There's gonna be a ton of stuff in the way. Where did Alice go? Yeah, no, not that. So let's go for this. Okay, is that the one where Alice and cool.
Alright, please pay
and
attention,
Quark are both
everyone.
infected.
You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
What did it say?
Her results are identical to Quark's. She has also been infected with Radical 6.
Well, now we're back. Fee had gone off to retrieve the rest of the participants. 7 sets of eyes widened and Zelena spoke.
Oh no. No! What's going to happen to her?
Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. There's a special antiviral treatment. Do you know what immunoglobulin is?
Immunogoblin?
It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6. Those antibodies are the basis for Excelavir.
Wait, what about those pods in the treatment center? Can't we just stick them in those?
Right. I thought of that too, so I went and took a closer look at them. Unfortunately...
They can't cure it.
Correct. They can suppress the symptoms for a while, but they can't kill the virus itself. The only way we can help Alice and Quark is if we can find some Excelavir.
But the pods will keep them from getting any worse, right?
Yes.
Well, then what are we waiting for? One of you, grab Alice. We're going to the treatment center.
As he spoke, Tenmyoji moved over to Quark and lifted his small unconscious body off the bed. Quark shifted slightly as Tenmyoji moved him, and something fell out of his pocket with a soft clink. I bent down slowly and picked it up. Is this medicine?
What?
Well, what is it?
Hold on. There's a name on the label here.
Excelavir! You found it, Sigma! That's the one thing that can cure Radical 6.
Why did Quark have it?
Perhaps he found it earlier.
Earlier
We
when?
explored the laboratory. It was on the other side of the red door. I happened to notice Quark putting something in his pocket.
He hid it?
Whether or not that was his intention is unclear. I did not have the opportunity to ask, as he collapsed immediately afterwards. It didn't feel appropriate to go digging around in his pockets for it after that. To be honest, it had also slipped my mind. We were rather preoccupied with getting him to the infirmary as quickly as possible.
Who cares about the details? We have it. Hurry up and give it to him, Luna.
Hey, hold on a minute. What about Alice?
Does it really matter if she goes first or not?
I'm sorry, but I don't think we can do that.
What?
There's only enough here for one person.
Yeah. How exactly am I gonna say both?
The only way we have to administer this is with the injection gun, and the way it functions. It uses a whole bottle each time you pull the trigger.
In other words, we can't split the dose in 2 or something.
Right.
Well, we all stood stunned. Fee moved. Stepping over to Quark, she quickly ran her hands through her clothes, then stepped back with a frown and a small shake of her head.
Nothing. That one bottle was it.
Do you think there might be some more back in the laboratory?
No, unfortunately not.
No.
Damn, rain is really picking up.
Oh god.
Just enough medicine for one dose.
Only one person can be saved.
Who should we give it to?
Alice or Quark?
What the hell is this? There's no way we're only going to save one of them.
What are we going to do?
I have to spell it out. We're going to save them both.
How?
That's, I needed to calm down. Think. There had to be some way to save both of them. It was there, I knew it. Immunoglobulin.
Do you know what immunoglobulin is? It's another name for antibodies. Some people have antibodies that can fight off Radical 6.
It gets kinda dark in here. IG replicator.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
So it's like a copy machine. I don't remember any replicator before. Hold up. Also, how many more am I missing? Oh! 3 different types of cards generally found in the safes in each room and used to open the AB gate. Without them, you can't open the AB gate to play the AB game, which means you can't gain BP. In other words, getting one of these cards is the first step in your escape. Sun key is used during the first round, moon key during the second, and star during the third. A mental device that uses rubber to launch a small projectile, frequently used by adolescents near duvals. Can be used as a necklace, but this is not recommended. Site in question was for a simulated manned mission to Mars held in the Nevada desert. On New Year's Eve 2028, the audio logs from the simulation contained a woman's voice, assumed to be one of the test subjects, saying following. 6 of us are dead, counting myself there are only 3 left. I guess you could say I killed them. No, that's not quite right, not just them, not just these 6, all of them, all 6 billion. Most evidence seems to suggest that this was the beginning of Radical 6 outbreak and that Nevada facility was the epicenter of the pandemic. General term used to refer to insects in the epifamily of termitid, whatever, of a cockroach or the Bolotodea. That's right, even though they're sometimes called white ants, termites aren't even in the same family as ants. I did not know that. That is interesting. They're in the cockroach family instead. Also, king crabs are in the hermit crab order, and the remora is in the Perciformes order. Lord 03 says before he leaves. There are a few variations. Have a nice trouble, tragedy, trust. I don't know what it's about. Hold up, what term? Conjunction. Term used in positional astronomy. Put simply, it means what two celestial bodies appear near one another in the sky. When used in context of our solar system, it often refers to a position where a given celestial body is aligned with the Sun. For example, when Mars is on the opposite side of the Sun from Earth, it is considered to be in conjunction with Earth. Mercury and Venus, which orbit closer to the Sun than Earth does, have 2 types of conjunction. When they are hidden on the other side of the Sun, this is referred to as superior conjunction. When they are lined up on the near side of the Sun, this is called an inferior conjunction. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Tenmyoji's picture is this is a photograph that Tenmyoji was holding. Subject is a girl named Akane Kurashiki. Akane was one of the people who appeared in this game's sister title, 9 Doors, 9 Persons, 9 Doors, as a childhood friend of Junpei, that title's main character. In 999 she was 21 years old. This picture was taken 9 years before then, when she was 12. Look at the left side of the picture. If you look closely, it almost looks like there's a man grinning in the background. Can I do that somehow? I think there's a way to hide the text. Whatever. Do you see him? Don't worry, if it seems a little strange. A spirit medium has told us that the person in this picture is a guardian spirit who's looking after her. He must have shown up there before because he heard what sort of destiny she had in store and decided to see how she was doing. Could have sworn there was some kind of button you can press to hide it.
Yeah, probably copies IG, or whatever that is.
Any
Who
ideas?
knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
That's it. I've got it. The IG replicator in the lab. It's an immunoglobulin replicator machine.
What?
It can copy immunoglobulin antibodies. Only just that Accelavir is made from those antibodies. It means we can make more Accelavir.
Hold on a moment. There is a strange device in the laboratory that says IG replicator on it. Clover and I examined it thoroughly when we were in that room.
Yeah, we never could figure out what it did though.
Exactly. My question is, how do you know about it, Sigma?
Don't say the details. I saw it. I was in the laboratory.
When was that?
Probably when you were looking for Alice, right?
No, it was wrong. I hadn't gone to the laboratory when I was looking for Alice. I didn't think I'd ever been to a laboratory. So how did I know about the IG replicator?
If what he's saying is true, then we should be able to duplicate the Accelavir. That would mean we could cure Alice and Quark.
Let's go have a look then. The laboratory, right?
Yeah, no time to waste.
They all nodded. Wait, I can't leave them here all alone. Luna, do you think you could stay behind and look after them?
Oh, of course.
Why don't you just bring them along?
I'd be happy to.
Alright then, let's go. Okay, so yeah, green means you can go through those doors, and black means you still don't have a key. Alright, good. I wish there was some kind of explanation for that, like, you have a key, check mark. Instead it's just very confusing. In any case. But yeah, I don't remember the replicator thing being mentioned anywhere before. Like, yeah, I know it was like one of the things I inspected, but... Also, yeah, I should probably check where it leads. Maybe around 2, ally, log deactivation 2, key to gate 1, director's office. Ah, that's gonna be... Okay, this is gonna unlock the password for the PC in the leftmost playthrough. So this is gonna give me a password for this, is the point.
Yes.
Where's this IG replicator thing?
Right here.
So this can copy the Accelavir?
I think so.
What are we waiting for?
Calm down, alright? Don't rush me. I carefully lowered a small vial of Accelavir into its slot on the side of the machine. Oh well, it's tiny. An empty vial already protruded from the other side. Presumably that was where the duplicated Accelavir would go. Ready? When I push a button it should...
Skip it. Just press the damn thing.
Yes, exactly. Right. And pressed. It doesn't look right. Did it work?
Have a look. The empty vial has something in it now.
And the vial Sigma used remains as it was. It does not seem to have lost any of its contents.
So, it worked?
Would have been pretty bad if it hadn't.
But it doesn't look the same though. Alright, let's get this thing back to the infirmary. I reached down and pulled both vials from the machine, intending to slip them deftly into my pocket. Ah,
What
shit.
happened?
Sorry, my hand slipped.
You dropped one of them?
Yeah. Just one
What
though.
in the hell? What if you'd broken it, you idiot?
The hell, Sigma, come on! If I'd broken, then we could just have made another copy. Without that Major could reply if he spoke.
Guys?
I was surprised to hear her voice coming from near my feet. I looked down to see her staring intently at something beneath the table.
You see? It did break!
No, the vial's fine. See?
She held it up in one hand, but didn't move her eyes.
Then what the heck is going on down there?
Take a look.
She slid back from the table, quickly and silently. The rest of us bent down to look. A bomb?
Whoa. Really?
Oh my god, you say a bomb.
That makes two then.
Guess Kay was right after all.
So there were more bombs.
So it would seem.
Was this here when you guys came through the first time?
No, it was not.
Yeah, I didn't see anything, and I looked real hard.
Then somebody must have said it while we were looking for Alice.
Who the hell would do that?
We were all out looking for Alice. Could have been any of us.
No, not any of us.
Yeah, when you think about it, why would Dio need to infiltrate this? But he seems to really be bent on leaving the facility as soon as possible. He is the one who set the bombs, right?
I was back in the infirmary. Quark was still out, so I was keeping an eye on him.
So we shouldn't consider you a suspect. Is that right?
Yeah, Quark's off the list too.
But Tenmyoji, you have no proof that you spent the entire time in the infirmary, do you?
What?
You could have quietly made your way to the laboratory, planted the bomb.
That's insane! Listen to yourself! There's no way in hell I'd have left Quark all by himself to go plant a goddamn bomb!
The Major was still staring furiously at Kay when Clover spoke up.
Hey, what's this thing?
I turned in time to see her grab something from under the table.
It looks like a memory card.
Where was it?
Right under the bomb. It was down on the floor under the table.
Could it have been put here by the same person who set the bomb?
Oh, I think I'm starting to piece it together. Like why the main character is Sigma, and why Kay is Sigma. Because I'm supposed to be the successor of the original Zero, and then why I'm the only one who needs to see that stuff.
There was nothing like it here when we examined this room.
I think they dropped it accidentally.
Unless it was left here intentionally, yes, I imagine so.
What do you think's on it?
What if I'm Zero? Let's take a look. Could I sit for a minute?
Yeah, I guess so.
I plucked the card out of her hand and looked around the room. Nothing. Infirmary, man, infirmary. Infirmary has a TV which can use... Dude. No dice. I need to plug it into something that can read memory cards, but I don't see anything here.
So what do we do?
Go to the infirmary, goddammit. Come on, if I knew it, I'd be doing it.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex's game polling closes. All play if no...
Okay, I forget about that.
Guys, I think maybe we should get back to the top floor.
Yeah, you're right. We've got what we came here for.
What should we do about the, bomb?
Not much we can do except leave it here. Alice said it'd be dangerous to touch them.
True, but
Drop it. We can talk about the bombs later. Right now we need to take care of Alice and Quark.
Right. So we'll go back to the infirmary and give them the Excelsior, then head back to the floor A warehouse.
Right.
But Sigma, why did you almost drop a vial? What the hell was
This ought
that?
to do it. It might take a...
Oops. Her voice was quiet as she backed away from Alice and Quark. In her hand was the injection gun. She carefully removed the empty vial and placed it gently in the cabinet with the one. While we were in the laboratory, Luna had moved Quark to a crude cot. They both looked peaceful as they slept. The madness I'd seen on their faces before was completely gone.
Are they really going to be alright?
Yes.
Also, are you sure that's a good idea to use all the cure?
The analysis I did on the files confirmed that the duplicate was real Excelsior. The original was genuine too, of course. Now that they've been treated...
it's only a matter of time before the virus is eliminated.
I believe so, yes.
Oh man, what a relief. I was really worried.
Clover grinned. Agreed. I gave her a reassuring pat on the back.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
All right, everybody. We can be relieved later. Right now we need to get to the AB rooms and fast.
Damn. Don't even have time to catch our breath.
Come on, let's go. The Florida warehouse is waiting. So how exactly am I gonna use that keycard? The memory card, whatever. What's up? Huh? Where's Tenmyouji?
Oh, he stayed back in the infirmary.
What?
Why?
Well, when we were all heading out, I noticed he wasn't doing anything. So I asked him if he was coming with us. And this is what I got.
I'm still worried about Quark and Alice. I think I'll stick around and make sure they're okay.
I'm actually worried about Alice.
I see. That means that Phi's only opponent will be Dio.
One-on-one, huh?
Ugh.
That's cool. Nothing to worry about. I plan to choose Ally.
No, you don't.
You know why?
Because I've only got one BP.
Exactly. If you chose Ally and I betrayed you, your BP would drop below 0 and... well, you know what happens then.
There's no way in hell she's picking Ally.
I want to win, but I'm not that desperate.
Yes,
You
you
see
are.
what I'm saying, right?
Tenmyouji and Dio are a pair. Tenmyouji only had one BP left. Since Dio said he's going to pick an ally, Phi can't really pick anything else. If she does, Tenmyouji will...
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Kay and I are gonna be going one-on-one too, right? Since Quark's still sleeping.
That is correct.
How many BP do you guys have?
I've got 6.
As do I.
This'll be a tough one then.
If one of them can get the other to ally, and then betray that person, the betrayer will have 9 points.
Hold up a sec. Okay, cyan. So down here. AB. LI. So down there. Oh, this is it. Block number 4. Okay. So LA is gonna kill me. Betray is gonna have another lock. And from the looks of it, it's gonna be a lot longer. So I'm gonna go Ally first. Then I'm gonna go Betray.
Look, Kay, I know you don't really have any reason to trust me, but
I know. You would like us both to vote Ally, yes?
yeah.
I agree. If we were to both betray, then we would gain no points. We would lose nothing either, but that's hardly relevant. If both of us cooperate, then we will both gain 2 points, which is much more beneficial.
Right. Oh, you're really gonna do it, right?
Yes,
Promise?
promise.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Shit, this is bad. We need to move, now!
Indeed. Shall we?
Dio, Kay, Fee, and Clover all took off immediately, heading into different AB rooms. Counting from the left, Dio went into room 3, Kay went into room 4, Fee and Clover went into rooms 5 and 6 respectively. Left Luna and myself. What do you think about taking one on the far left?
Sounds good.
That settled, we headed into AB room number 1.
Thirty seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
probably a little late to say this, but you know Alice is still in the infirmary, so...
You're saying we should pick ally, right? Stealth is going to default to it anyway.
Yes.
I know. It's not really fair to betray somebody who is involved in. Whose face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, when another game didn't seem so scary.
10 seconds remain until 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, ally first. Apparently this doesn't unlock anything. But, you know, completion is...
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Damn, it's been so long ago that I even started this. I don't remember the first puzzle, the first room. That was so long ago. Well, then I stepped out of the AB room. Alright, let's go have a look at the results.
Okay.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
What?
Points have been... Please check your...
What? It wasn't possible. I blinked, rubbed my eyes and looked again. No, that's not possible. How can Alice vote to betray? That was a question I would never know the answer to. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic soporil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. I tried to think, it felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor.
Sigma! Hang on! Oh no! Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Sigma!
No. Why?
Okay, I don't care about why, I'm questioning how. My eyelids felt like they were made of lead, but I forced them open. Everything was growing blurry, but I noticed that the door in the second AB room was open. No one had gone into that room. I'd watched them all. And yet there she stood, an apparition that couldn't possibly be real. Alice. The world was gradually going black, and my mouth refused to form words, but my head echoed with questions. How? Why? What was she doing there? Had she run in at the last moment after Luna and I entered the room? But even if she had, why choose betray? And the darkness closed over my mind as well, and my questions were gone forever.